What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on, hold up. Okay, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. Today I'm going to do a video on how I cover up all of my scars. So if you didn't know, I actually have pretty bad scars right now. I've recently come across a ton of I'm not going to say acne, but I've got a ton of pimples in the last little while, and thank the Lord they're finally going away, but I'm left with all of these scars that need to be taken care of and need to be covered because it's just not cute. So if you want to know how I do that and how I get to this out, just hit myself in the face, then keep watching. It is hot. Hot. Freaking hot. The amount of times I say so, like the amount of times I have to cut out a so when I edit is actually just ridiculous. I need to stop just saying, I stop saying so all the time. No, I need to stop saying so. I'm about to say so again. Okay, so we have to start with our basics. So I hope everyone knows this. I mean, by now, if you're watching so many videos, you should know this. But if you don't know this, your makeup is only as good as your skincare. That is the number one thing. When you be like, oh, like I just want a foundation that just makes me look flawless, blah 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 blah. That is not a thing. Your skin needs to be like, basically your make like bleh. Point blank. Your makeup will not look good if your skin does not look good. Take care of your skin, okay? Okay. So I usually put my serum on before my moisturizer. Always put it on before your moisturizer. Your moisturizer is meant to lock everything else in, so that is your last step. So I use the Laneige Bright Renew original serum. Clearly you can see I have a ton of scars. It's disgusting, it's ugly, I know. I never used to have a lot of scars. I never had any scars at all because I had no acne, no pimples, no nothing. But I don't know what happened, and all of a sudden I started breaking out all at once. So thank God I stopped breaking out. I think just because I've been taking care of my skin a little bit more now. So I stopped breaking out like crazy, but now I'm left with all these goddamn scars. This actually really helps. This takes away, like I used to use it when maybe like a year ago when I was breaking out pretty bad, and it really did help take away my scars. So that's why I repurchased this very recently. So that is number one. So use that first, then I go in with my moisturizer. I am dry like the desert. It's insane. It's ridiculous. I am ridiculously dry. I use the Tarte Drink of H2O. This is the best moisturizer ever. And if you're out here in this Canadian weather right now, you already know the struggle. Like out of breath, Lord. Okay. So moisturize your skin. This is like the best part. You know what always happens? I always put my skincare on and then I don't even want to put my makeup on because my face just feels so good. It's my hair. Ow. Okay, so this is not gonna be like a skincare video, it's just gonna be my foundation, but that is a key part in foundation. Give that like 2 minutes to like absorb. I'm gonna go in with my primer, so Photo Finish primer. Like I said, I'm dry and this is a mattifying primer, but it just sits, like the foundation I use is gonna be like a hydrating foundation or like a luminous foundation. But this just sits underneath it so much better for me personally. I know about anybody else, but it does that for me. So I usually just put it on the areas that I tend to get lines or crack or anything like that. So really just my T-zone. So I'm a happy person, I smile a lot, and due to smiling a lot, I now have to deal with these laugh lines. If you ever go on my Instagram and see me not smiling, it's because I'm trying to reduce my laugh lines. JK, it's a joke. A ton of scars that sometimes do actually cover with my foundation, but recently because they're just so dark. I even have like these dark spots. I don't know if you can see the dark spots so well. Actually, yeah, you can. What am I saying? It's freaking ugly. Spots on the side of my face. I always had dark spots on the side of my face. I don't know if it's like a genes thing, like a hereditary thing, because I had it. I remember one time my boyfriend thought I got like slapped in the face or something because he's like, why is it so dark? But no, it's just like that. I use the Sephora Pantone and Pantone Universe palette. So I bought this from Sephora like forever ago, and I bought it really for clients to use on other people because like, oh, it has everything all in one. And then one day I started using like their color correcting shade, and it's just like I just forget the other people, it's mine. This is kind of what it looks like. Clearly we know which shades we're gonna use. So I usually do this with my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer brush. It's number 57. I go into like, you can't really tell now, but it used to be like a light, like a dark peach, like a dark peachy tone, like, you know, your regular color correcting shade. So yeah, so I go in with that. So I actually don't even use this one under my eyes anymore, just because it's a little bit thicker and I feel like it's better more so for my entire face. And then I use a different one for under the eye, so as a brightener. So this one I'm just gonna go right on my dark area, starting there first. And you can see the shade. It's like a peachy tone. I know a lot of people use like orange or red, but for me personally, I think that's too much and it just ends up showing through my foundation. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just the way I'm doing it, but I much rather prefer like peachy tones, you know? It doesn't cover it completely, but it does help cancel out the darkness once I put my foundation over top. You don't obviously have to get every single scar, but for me, I get, like, I have a ton of little ones all over, but I get more so like the patches, because that's the harder, those are the harder areas to cover with the foundation. Take my beauty blender and just kind of, it's kind of blended in already. It's just like any areas that have like too much or just need to be softened a little bit, the edges, just kind of tap it out. So that's my face. Now I'm gonna do under my eyes. So I use the Becca Under Eye brightener for under my eyes. I think that's the best brightener for the under eye. So again, with my same number 57 concealer brush, just dip it in there and then right under the eye. So this one's like a little less peachy toned, but I feel like I mean, obviously other people have severe under eyes, like it's worse than mine, but I personally, everyone thinks their flaws are terrible, so I personally think I have terrible under eye darkness. And again, I think it's also hereditary. I don't even think that it's due to lack of sleep, because trust me, I sleep. And if you have like darkness on your actual eye, I know my mom has darkness on her eye, so she just kind of puts it on top of her eye too, but I don't really have it that much and I'm not gonna really do it. And I mean, obviously you're gonna put foundation over top this, but you don't want it to be like patchy underneath your foundation, because you want it to be evenly covered. To be honest, I feel like this is gonna take long in my video, but it's really not long. It's really, if I just do foundation like this, it like takes me like 5 minutes to go with my foundation. So I'm using the Nars All Day Luminous. So I'm shade Syracuse in this, but this is my winter shade. My summer shade is I don't even have a summer shade in Nars, because I feel like it's just none of them match me. I'm assuming it may be like Tahoe or something, but it doesn't match me. I don't really like it. So I only use this in the winter. So I go directly on my beauty blender, and 2 pumps will do right now. And forehead. Okay, and then just start blending in with my beauty blender. Put as little as I can on my forehead, because I get like a lot of forehead lines, especially in the winter, because my skin is just so dehydrated. So I've really tried to minimize how much I can put on my forehead just to reduce the lines. Now for my concealer. So I use my Shape Tape in Tan, and I just take, I want to say a little bit, but I feel like you can't even use a little bit of Shape Tape, like even just the way it comes, like you just need to use a lot. Not because you have to, but because like you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I never get even, like it never looks the same on both sides. I always start off like super light, and then this side I'm just like, whoop, it needs to be really covered. I'm light-handed with my foundation, and I'm heavy-handed with my concealer. So a little on the forehead, a little on the nose, chin, and then Cupid's bow. My beauty blender. Okay, so this part I always have I feel like I crease under my eyes pretty easily, so I always have my setting powder and my brush ready to go, so I give it no time for my under eyes to crease. That's you gotta get it like while it's good. Does that make sense? Like, just don't give it the opportunity to crease. So I do my forehead first, blend that guy in, nose. Okay, so this is the part you don't want to let it be able to crease. So I start with one eye. Looking up always helps. And don't over blend out, because if you over blend or over like pat, it tends to take away a lot of the product. It's really just about blending out the edges. And then you never want to have that like line right here that stops and you just look real stupid after you start setting it, because once you set it, you're done, you're over, it's over. Whatever is there is going to remain there. Okay, so straight away. And this is my Allure Mercier setting powder. Because is there any other setting powder? I like to use like a nice thin flat brush, just because I find like I've used a couple other brushes and it just doesn't really get under the eye properly for me. So this is my favorite brush to use under my eye. It's super random. It's just like, it has like no name. But you can find these anywhere. They're just like a nice like, ooh, they're just like a nice flat brush. So I don't leave my powder under my eye too long. Maybe like, to be honest, like once I do one eye, do the other eye, leave for like 2 seconds and then dust it right off. And then just kind of pat the rest of my face. I don't really set it too much because, again, dry skin, and don't want it to be too matte. But I always end up being kind of matte anyways, so it's okay though. I like it. I don't mind being matte, but just don't want to be dry. That is my foundation, or my complexion, and I'll be back with my entire face. Okay guys, so this is my final look. I just went and added some highlight, blush, and contour, and obviously did my eyes, some lashes, all that good stuff. I did a little bit of like some pink vibes, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. If you have any questions on any of that stuff, then comment down below, and I just may do a video on something that you like. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back next time. Bye!